are too hospitable as a nation. Nigerian gospel music infiltrating our system. Artist manager and radio presenter Frankie Five is saying, now he wrote on Facebook that Nigerian gospel music infiltrating our system. Why should the Ghanaian gospel artist be bothered? Well, you must be concerned. Do you remember the song Hallelujah, Jesus conquered the war? Hallelujah, Satan, you are in trouble. Hallelujah, Jesus conquered the war. Hallelujah, Satan, you are in trouble. Why are you guys laughing?
You did some Igbo girl before?
No.
How do you know this?
No, because when I was very young, my mom used to play these songs.
Oh, so it's been here all this while?
And I used to, I schooled in Nigeria for a while.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey.
I don't know.
It's been here all this while.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
a good background.
Igbo girl, I said no. Why? You think I did some Igbo girl before?
Oh,
okay, let's continue.
Ashes. You ask the question.
Bros, relax. Their songs have been with us since ages. We cannot stop them from infiltrating our system until another Ghana is found. Please, their songs came in the 80s to the early 90s, but were minimal. They weren't played on radio. The Ghanaians who traveled at Agege or Lagos brought that taste of music to their household, not on radio. Our music were well promoted on radio, so the Nigerian songs didn't have the chance to infiltrate our systems then. It was then Radio 1 and Radio 2. Now the proliferation of radio and internet plus Ghanaians shushanim of embracing foreign contents than our locals have brought us here. We were too hospitable as a nation. How can we change this mindset? They have ring-fenced their system. You can't penetrate it. Simple. We must rather embrace our music and learn to be a bit selfish on the score. Let's honestly tell them in the face that enough is enough. But what control do we have over the radio platforms and programs in Ghana? Even our own gospel music has minimal segmentation. So what we for do? Look at our churches. The two no youth choirs want to do the foreign songs than the local songs. Event organizers, A-list artists, and Ghanaian churches must just wake up from their slumber, especially in this COVID season. Every country is protecting their own. We must all do same. Frankie Five, since you wrote this post, what prompted this?
Well, thank you very much, Andy. There was a discussion going on about a week or two ago with regards to, it has been an ongoing discussion now, how we can actually leverage the quality content that our gospel musicians are churning out now and promote them effectively. The word is effectively. And we noticed that there are roadblocks. The roadblocks are in diverse ways. We are causing our own roadblocks. Media, when I say media, TV, radio, online, bloggers, and the check actually tells that. Listen, there's a little that you can do. You can push much, but there's little you can do because if you are not, well endowed financially, you will not be able to cross these roadblocks. But you check, and the contents from the other side, our brothers from the other side, are being actually churned out. And the check is that they don't even pay. People can just go download audio or download video and begin to push. Today, our artists are churning out quality music. And this actually start the entire conversation and made me share that idea on it. Now, first of all, let me state that my statement on this matter is in no means, please, and the word is no means to mean that I am bringing division between the Christian folks. That is general Christian. When I say general Christian folks, Christians in Africa. That is not my brand, and everybody knows that. I've gotten Nigerian people coming on my show, Kenyan, Belgium, even people from Belgium all over. Come on my show, they are gospel artists. They come here for program and they want to have interview. I give them the chance. But what I'm talking about is the promotion, consistency in the promotion of Ghanaian music. The issue here is that Nigerians are very intentional. Stems from the fact that I've noticed that they are very intentional. But we are not. They protect their media space purposefully. And they also purposefully invade available territories. Bro, look at their film. Look at the banks. After my national service with the Equiapim Rural Bank, I had the opportunity to work for those times. The first Nigerian bank that came to Ghana in 2008 was Standard Trust Bank. It was then taken over by UBA. It's the same Nigerians. And just one Nigerian person found its way here into our financial sector. And listen, it had a floodgate, and the proliferation of Nigerian banks came through the country, everywhere. And I'm saying that they do these things purposefully. I mean, it is a deliberate attempt to evade available territories. What are we doing? What I'm saying is that just as they have decided to eat their own rice and they have not died, Ghanaians, we can also eat our own rice and we'll survive. Just as they've decided to eat their own music and protect their territory and they have not suffocated, we can also begin to eat, listen, dance to our own music, like the way Kwame Eugene's and the Kiddies and the likes have been able to block our ears, part of our ears, to accepting those kind of consistent songs coming from that side, because we have been able to churn out such artists, such content, such product that match what they can also do. Our Ghanaian bloggers, I'm talking about the Christian bloggers. Yawsapon is.
Do you have Christian bloggers?
Yeah, we have Christian bloggers. They are huge now in our space. That Yawsapon is out with a new song. Check how many of those sites have been able to even just give us a story that this legend is not dead, he's alive, and he's still doing quality music. We have. I mean, you can find minimal Christian TV stations, and it will be very sad for me to mention a name, but some Christian TV stations here now, you can't even find Ghanaian songs being played on the Christian TV stations. You can't find Ghanaian songs, and all you wake up in the morning is Messi Chinwe, Ada, and all those things flooding a Christian station. But when a gospel artist is ready with the content and want to go and churn out, you need to go and pay to the administrator.
Right.
They put you on rotation.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that let's begin to concentrate on our own. The lack of patriotism is affecting almost every fabric of our lives. And my generalization is regards to the gospel sector. It is in no way to bring any divisiveness within the Christian folks in Africa.
Right. Thank you. Sadiq?
Say logic and
Master, speak.
start. Let us start. I'm still gathering my thoughts.
You're gathering your thoughts. Okay, Ria, please come in.
Okay, so
Also logic.
Mr. Logic, that's Mr. He said he's always ready.
I'm always ready.
Tintinto.
Make us start.
Okay.
I think it's good Frankie made it clear that, his statement is limited to the Christian community. Good he said that, because when I saw the post myself,
Don't you think it affects even the secular?
it does.
Right.
It does, because it's more like calling for a Ghanaian agenda.
Right.
And the reason why I'm not happy with even the Christian dimension he took is, you don't blame the Nigerians. Andy, there's one thing I've noticed about Nigerians. I've had the chance to live there like 3 years, so I know these guys, the way they operate. Ghanaians, we show less concern into talent and art, whether on the Christian level or on the commercial level. See, a typical Ghanaian is a person that he has the money, he has the funds, he has everything it takes to support a brother, but he won't do it. He will not do it because he believes that when you become successful, you take it home. So the problem you are complaining about is an individual character. It's a national problem we have. It's not with the music industry. Nigeria, when an artist is coming out, I saw a post from Mr. Easy. He said that they spent $100,000 on Joe Boy's single, just a single, $100,000. Andy, how much is our budget for promotion in Ghana? People do songs and they shoot videos and their promotional budget is 10,000. Some are 10,000. Some are 5,000 Ghana. Some of them you ask, my friend B, they help me. There's nothing like my friend B. That is our problem. We don't understand that this art space is business. We don't understand. We always want to blame it on friendship, relationships. Me, if I'm doing music business, I don't do friendship. If I want something from you, I approach you on a business level. If it doesn't work, then I apply the friendship influence. If it doesn't work, I'll leave you alone. It's simple. So the problem with the gospel side, don't blame all these gospel artists getting into our system. The songs are good. See this guy Ebenezer, he has given me victory. Big song. I mean, how do you expect a Christian who believes that religion is how do I even put it? Religion is supposed to be an international thing. Let's say Christianity is not only in Ghana; it's a universal thing. Christians are in Ghana, they are in Nigeria, in Kenya, they're everywhere. So when a Christian hears a song that motivates, they will jump on it, whether it's a Nigerian or Ghanaian. But you see, we also forget that the generation is changing. There's a generational change. The people who used to listen to that kind of gospel that we have in Ghana, that generation has moved back, and there's a new crop of youth taking over the system. So don't be surprised if someone at Praise TV refused to play a gospel song from Amabu Ahima or something, and rather we want to play Eben or Sinachi, because there's a youth there who is inclined and more open-minded.
But is that patriotic? Is that Ghanaian?
Andy, there is not. But you see, that's
why is it that this one you are fighting with Bedash that is not playing?
We were here complaining about xenophobic. And you are telling me,
answer my question.
Let's not take it there. We are talking about
being
patriotic. We are not talking about xenophobic.
You take it for business.
It is a different conversation.
Listen.
That's why I underscored my premise. I underscored my premise.
Frankie, hold on. Why were you fighting Bedash that he is not played Tintinto for some time?
Because he was showing me a typical Ghanaian attitude, a typical Ghanaian behavior. Tintinto has been requested how many times, but Bedash is not playing.
So why is it that Amabu Ahima has been requested for how many times, yet they are playing?
But he just played this morning. I bless him. I bless him.
Amabu Ahima will also bless you if you play a song.
Bedash is doing a good way.
If you play her song, listen, I beg you.
I don't want to discourage him.
Please, if you play Amabu Ahima's songs,
yes,
she will also bless you.
And the problem is,
but if you play Mercy Chinwo,
Tintinto is not requested because it's misallogic song.
Do you know where Mercy Chinwo is? Mercy Chinwo is just a border away.
I don't have to know where she is. The song is good.
Is it better than Esther Smith?
It's not better than Esther Smith, but they play Esther Smith. See, some of us, we love Andy. We have to understand that. No,
you are saying that the youth would want to enjoy a Sinach.
If the song is good, that's what I said.
And not Sinach,
If it's a Sinach and it's good, they will play it. If it's an Esther Smith and it's not good, they will play it. And if let's not allow faith to kind of connect our music preferences. We shouldn't allow that. As if because I'm a Christian, the song is not
your doctor. Dr. Logic. You've gone off board. You've gone off. No, you've gone off the discussion.
I am not off.
Stay in the premise.
Don't tell me that because I'm a Christian. If I hear a song from a Christian artist and I don't have a vibe, I should by force listen to it.
Mr. Logic,
must it be that way?
Mr. Logic, hold on. That's why I brought in the secular bit, because let's not dwell on Christendom or on the Christian premise. Let's
I am dealing with the issue holistically. You only pick at me when I said faith and all the things.
No, because you mentioned Christian, because he started.
He said
it's
limited to the Christians.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Let's trans. I mean,
I should open it up. Okay, let me open it up.
Yes.
So now let me say that I'm done with the Christians. For now, I'm done with them because Frankie would not allow me to get into the issue. I'm saying that.
So deal with Stoneboy, deal with Shatawale, deal with Samini. Why is it that their songs are not that loud on radio, yet the video Burna Boy and Joe Boy and the rest are taking over?
You see, this thing that we are discussing is a very serious problem. This problem Frankie has brought. That's how come we will have to move from the faith and get into the secular area, because if it's about Christianity, then we can say that, look, you guys are not even suffering. We are fine, because once we believe in the same faith and we are of the same religion, of course we will support each other. But in the secular area, Andy, it is more critical. A typical example is when Stoneboy applauded Burna Boy for winning the Grammy. Some Ghanaian artists were not happy.
Why are you
applauding?
But you know their relationship.
I'm coming here.
For you know, they are even good friends.
Friends, how would you know? And they are good friends. So the problem is, why shouldn't Stoneboy applaud Burna Boy? Because who knows, Stoneboy may be the next person to win the Grammy, and Burna Boy will also have to come and applaud him. But our problem is, we ourselves as Ghanaians, we don't support our people. It's Andy. It starts from the top from government. It starts from government. So now let me expand it politically. Give me the chance to expand, make it a triangular
We are talking
submission.
music. We are talking
No,
music.
please allow me, because if you
said
don't
we
allow
are
me,
talking music.
don't limit me to music. Allow me to make it triangular.
Triangular, sir.
We are here because of music.
Make it
No,
square. Make it
media.
square.
it is cultural. It is,
Square.
once patriotism have come inside, it is cultural also. Once patriotism have come in, it is cultural also. So I have to expand it. We are here. We are talking about how rents should be 6. I'm coming to music. How rents should be 6 months. When was the last time you heard the Minister of Transport saying that from now on, from today hence, no landlord should charge 1 year? Because they are landlords themselves. That's how wicked a Ghanaian is to his own fellow Ghanaian. So people are working with a lot of problems against each other. Most Ghanaians are bitter. I'm telling you, most Ghanaians are bitter, so they won't support their brother. I won't be surprised if DJ Bidash is refusing to play Tintinto because Mr. Logic, you're always looking good. You know, won't sort me out. I don't go play Tintinto. I don't go blame Bidash.
Myself.
Yes,
Don't stop playing your
you know,
music.
that's the Ghanaian. Why won't you say, okay, the way Logic, they look good, make a play Tintinto and then corner am rather. But if you go just judge me by my.
Hey, let's play Tintinto. Play Tintinto. Hey, Tintinto.
Andy,
Cheers,
so that is the problem we have. So me, I think that Frankie's issue, especially coming from a person like Frankie who is in the creative space, who heads an office at the Creative Council, some of this statement is good. He came here to explain, else it will affect him, because patriotism sometimes can expand into xenophobic.
Hey,
it can xenophobism. It's possible.
What is xenophobism?
Xenophobism is also possible. You can look. Come on, I can say I'm a Ghanaian. I don't want anything Nigerian. It's a xenophobic statement. You understand me? No, it's part of it.
The head of state,
Ghana must go came.
The head of state,
Because the Nigerians became so patriotic
let's
that
consume our own product.
So patriotic that they don't even want anything
Is that
to do.
xenophobic?
No.
When Nana Akufo-Addo says that Ghanaians, let's begin to be look inward. Let's have homegrown agenda. Is it xenophobic?
I'm not saying it is xenophobic.
Nigeria is actually growing their own rice and eating. They are not importing from China.
Will you
Is it
blame the
xenophobic?
Nigerians when Ghana must go came and they said every Ghanaian to go back home?
let's stay in that premise.
But they were being patriotic.
Let's stay in that
as well.
premise. Patriotism, simple, not xenophobia or whatever it is.
South Africans were complaining that foreigners were taking their women because they wanted to be patriotic and hold their women to them. So what happened next? It was a whole lot of go back to your country issues. So I'm saying that the space is too big. Our people are not doing good music, Frankie. See, when Emoji came here and his songs were so good, what did we do? We all showered praises on him. When there was another artist who came here, Akesi Brimpong, Joe Metal, Emoji, there was this other guy.
I'm happy you are naming like
The
5.
American guy that came
It means
here,
that
the
we are
American
churning
guy.
out good products. You have mentioned like 5 names.
Very good.
It means we are
Mr.
churning out good. So what's your point,
Okay,
Mr. Lodi?
okay.
I've been
so hold
distracted all through my submission.
Now-
I didn't make one sense.
Right, Mr. Lodge. So now you've spent about 10 minutes. What was that? I'm not going to answer. What was that? I'm not going to Sadiq, you spent about 20 minutes, and then you come back to say whatever you said didn't make.
I didn't make one
But
sense.
then,
Okay. Yes, we are. Please.
yeah, okay. Honestly, I think this is a shame that such a big problem has found its way to trickle down into such a holistic, genre such as gospel, because I think this will not be the first time I say, me as an individual, I'm quite I don't know how to put it. I'm quite
If you don't know how to
particular.
put it, be quiet.
Oh,
I represent what's the assembly.
I'm hurt, Andy.
I'm sorry, darling.
Anyway, I'm quite particular about the kind of gospel I listen to because, as holistically, if you consume something, you become that kind of thing. So, I don't joke with gospel, and I don't joke with the kind of gospel artists that I listen to. And I mean, there's no doubt that these Nigerian gospel artists are doing their homework very well. From sound quality to their lyrics down to, distribution. It's not a joke. You get so I would side with Mr. Logic a bit and say that we would have to actually try to, come together also as a gospel community to be able to push, each other better, because it's not easy. Already we are in a secular, dispensation, let me put it that way, and a lot of people are listening to secular music, and there's supposed to be music for salvation and other stuff, and people are not really gravitating towards the Ghanaian gospel music already. So I think the gospel fraternity should also come together and also stop the backbiting also in their setup, to be able to push their music too. I mean, for a very long time now, we've been saying unity is key. So I think unity again comes to play here. And I mean, Ghanaian gospel is not bad at all. Up till now, I listen to Daughters of Glorious Jesus. So even when you're talking about even the generation, I was a bit confused about it, because, I mean, there's music or there's gospel music that transcends, generation. And I mean, this is not the first time other influencers have come to influence us when it comes to gospel, because we remember the times when we used to listen to Rebecca Malupe, when Florence Obinim even sampled one of her very popular songs, So I think it's unity and it's distribution, and it is bringing out very good music sound-wise, because I think sometimes, because they think it is gospel and they are just trying to win souls, they do not, concentrate on these other things, other productions. They just bring out the song and they want people to listen to it and get saved. But I think for us to also appreciate our own, I mean, we don't have to get the, excuse me to say, crappy productions. We have to get good music too to be able to appreciate it. Yeah, that's all I got to say.
Sure. So
Charlie, I think that lately I've gradually been getting into the mood of actually doing things than having to be more and talk a lot. That's why I was heavily trying to just, listen in.
Swear.
Yeah, I think that, and which is at the heart of some of the things that Frankie said. I'm glad that he mentioned that their space is intentional about the spaces they occupy or the places they project themselves onto. And you never can tell, Frankie. I mean, sometimes you sit down and say, oh, the people they are there, they don't have any relationship with their. No, it's from my little experience, it's never true. They extend and build the networks, build the relationships. Trust me.
Okay, hold on. Something just came to my mind. You've been doing a lot of pushing back and forth,
yeah,
and a lot of back work.
Yeah.
Do Nigerian gospel musicians approach you when it comes to their streaming?
They more than approach. The Nigerians will approach anybody that's important.
No. I know that the secular musicians, you guys do a lot of.
Not even the secular.
No. What I'm saying is that's how what I know. Okay. What I'm saying is that is what I know.
Yeah.
Now I don't know about the gospel musicians.
They do.
Okay, right.
Look,
right.
Frankie,
So that's what I
and
wanted
they built the networks for it. Frankie's here. He'll tell you that in the last 1 year, 2 top gospel songs and musicians that have had resonated here is Judy K and Dunsin Oyekan. I'm a Muslim. I know Dunsin Oyekan. I know Judy K. Because they actually went out of their way to ensure that resonates here. Beyond that as well, this Mesichinwo and was the Bakuno ambassadors, Christ Embassy. Sinach's work. Sinach is about the only African gospel musician that's able to be part of any top 10 African list of streamers, top streamers.
Oh, something just
that
came
you
up.
can find. Sinach.
Something just came up. Let me share with you. Finish.
So yes, she's about the only gospel musician sometimes that you can find. So it speaks about the effectiveness of them in pushing this. Yes. That's why, for instance, lately, and I tell a lot of people, and sometimes when I don't come around, it's because sometimes I'm tired.
You're tired.
I want to do it. I want to act it. I want to create the excellence in my own small way. Because it's when you talk, everybody, when you speak it, they say you are talking down on them. When you do this, they say you are doing this. When you say, okay, Charlie, now we go do them. We go act them. And these guys are not talking. Just today, I was talking about me and my friend B on social media, one of our Nigerian friends who's been appointed to Warner, for instance. And he was just talking to me, and I was like, Charlie, say what everybody are running and everything. They are moving. So, Frankie, whilst we talk about it, I get it. There's nothing wrong with advising a country to be conscious and create be self-aware of our country. There's nothing wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with pushing the local content strategy. But trust me, if you're not, like he said, intentional or find the networks or anything like that, and do the things, set the ambition and pursue them. If you like, create the local content, whatever, they will still complain.
All right, now let me
Because
share
they
this with
barely get
you.
into that particular point.
Let me share this with you. 3 days ago, there was a publication by Apple Music.
Yeah.
Right now, Apple Music has launched the Spirits. Now, Apple Music. Now, the caption is Apple Music launches campaign to celebrate African gospel music.
Yeah.
Frankie, do I have your attention?
here.
Right, thank you. Ria, are you here? Now, Apple Music has launched the Spirits Rejoice campaign to celebrate the best gospel voices in Africa ahead of the Easter holidays. Nigerian gospel artist Adaehi is featured in Apple Music's Spirits Rejoice campaign. Now, the campaign features playlists from South Africa's Joyous Celebration, Ntokozo Mbambo, Hille and Dr. Tumi, as well as Nigeria's Sinach, Mercy Chingo, Nathaniel Bassett, Tim Godfrey, and Adaehi. Also featured are U.S. gospel artists Fred Hammond, Kirk Franklin, and Donald Lawrence, among others. Unfortunately, there's no Ghanaian in there.
Yeah. So Andy,
Who cannot relate to the songs?
no, it's not a matter of Apple cannot relate to the songs. I mean,
Let's
there's
pick the
there's
truth.
a
So they will
same
sing.
language
That's
you are
another
saying.
problem.
Deliberate,
No, no,
original,
Jometo
to get the
and-
streams.
Until these guys came,
And-
I'm
and-
sure
intentional.
they are now going to take time to
okay, so
to
let me
research into
just
this
finalize and
new
do the
names.
point.
Geometry,
Andy,
emoji, and all that.
Like you said, there was some time back when Obinati was talking about intentional international approach.
Right.
Everybody took Obinati on, obviously, because his views are strong. But there was the silver lining that I took from what you were saying relative to language. Yes, music as a technical language. No.
Oh, you to stop that. My Baba Liba boy to be called Apple Music.
Oh, don't talk down on that. Don't talk down on that.
You see, they say we always discuss.
I'm not allowed.
We always say that we discuss problems. We don't like discussing solutions.
No.
Hitz FM.
I beg you. Sadiq, please continue.
Charlie, let's just debate. I lose my train of thought. But the point is that
Logic had you.
I was talking about it. And I was glad when Frankie was talking about it, when he kept on talking about there's intentional. The word, that's a key word here. There's an intentional approach or effort towards reaching a certain goal. The bigger goal and ambition is set. Rather, unfortunately, the ambition here can be quite low. Maybe it could be also because of the lack of exposures. But there, the ambition is bigger. I mean, so there's an intentional effort to reach that particular ambition to that point where even if they don't reach the ambition, they're able to touch the sky, regardless. So there's a certain intentional whatever that they pursue. Seniors that you talk about, there's a massive Christ Embassy network across the world, and the church itself has a record label.
Backing here.
They have a record label that they are on, and across the world, every time when they do a lot of these things, so there's a base of it. So you don't actually even realize they are touching base with it. So sometimes, and we are not blunt, the things that they'll put a value on in approaching industrial people, industrial tastemakers, in approaching people that are relevant to their sector to enable them open access to them are the things that here they don't place premium on. So it takes very little when they come there, when they come here to do that. I mean, it takes very, very little. It could be phone call. It could be this. It's an intentional thing, and they understand. But here, every time it looks like we're fighting. If you give the feedback, you guys are sitting here fighting. They set the fanatics on you. It's this. Basa like that. So I mean, no, trust me. I mean, it gets. I'm telling you, it gets tiring.
It's real.
And when you take someone like me that is looking to really push a certain excellence, like a certain excellence in industry, it gets tiring. And even from the back, it is not easy getting into those spaces and trying to unlock values for industry. So sometimes so I was sitting when you raised it, what I was telling him, Charlie, I'm tired with these cantons, so I don't want to talk. I tell him that was bad. I mean, then I just have to, because Charlie was tired. Let's do.
Well, thank you very much, Sadiq. Now, Kwesi Jenny Boateng, our very own Kwesi, host of Beginning with Jesus. Kwesi says, by and large, the charismatic movement in Ghana has deep roots and source from Nigeria. These church organizations will still look up to Nigeria, and songs are just one of the mediums. I will have a problem if a radio station deliberately cuts out Ghanaian songs to favor Nigerian songs. But if it's just allowing variety and Nigeria happens to be one of the sources, then no qualms. When I host my show, there seem to be easily available Nigerian songs for almost every theme I choose. Notwithstanding, we must also push a Ghanaian agenda.
Yes. So, and Andy, let me just add to what the point. He's so right. Look, who is the Archbishop of a lot of the men of God in the country now? Archbishop who? Nicholas and Williams. Take a look at who he was a protege of. Bishop who? Benson Dahosa.
Yeah, that was.
And a lot of them, which is the Duncan Williams in BBB, Bishop Sir. Also, I think he too was
James
Benson Dahosa. And when you take a look at it, that Godward Mills was Archbishop Duncan Williams. So there's a certain line. I think even Ajina Shai as well.
Jonathan also started from that side.
Duncan Williams. So there's a certain line. So he's right when he says that there's been a certain influence or push from that. But beyond that, when you have a network such as the Christ Embassy backing somebody like Sinach, right? You cannot. Messi Chinwo is consistently, when I was at Boomplay, you have no idea the things that they used to do. You know, so there's a certain intentional things about it. Yakasa, nobody's moving, nobody's improving, so we'll just improve on our own little ways. That's all.
Ashes, please come in. Ashes, please.
This guy look correct too. He said DJ advisor self passes inside now.
There's just be too much. You try, I know fit achieve because there was no support.
You can't change
Go,
it.
really run pass inside there.
And honestly, you can't change it. You can only do excellence in your own
We
sport.
don't understand.
Yeah. Ashes, please come in.
Okay, so
We're waiting to.
the conversation has to be around intentional. See, everything you want to do, if there's not a deliberate attempt to get it done, it will never be done. We, like Sadiq said, we as a country, the talk is always too much. We like to talk, but the action plan is zero. Over the weekend,
Execution.
Zero.
over the weekend, I was on social media scanning through people, making their own reference to the, is it Gaki or Jackie? What's that?
Jackie.
Jackie.
No, in Nigeria, they call it Gaki.
Okay, in Nigeria. And people are saying she can start a promotion from here. Why is she going to Nigeria? We are the same people who would also come back and complain that Ghanaians are not moving. We are lazy. We are this. When one tries to do it, everybody wants to pull that person down. What at all do we want to achieve with ourselves? See, like they're saying, these Nigerians, they make a conscious effort in everything they want to do. There's a case study of myself in Germany where we were combing around a mall and they were playing white music. And this Nigerian boy, who's a cleaner, for a moment saw us as Africans and we were having a conversation. He said, why do they play African music? And he said, you want me to play African music? He said, yeah. He said, come, hold on. No. The guy left us. We were doing our own thing. In 5 minutes' time, he started playing all those, the video and then he actually made a conscious effort to go where the DJ was to make it happen. Look at what happens around our bars, hangouts. You hear a lot of Nigerian music play there. And if you make a conscious effort to find out why the DJ is playing, it's because they are patronizing more than we are patronizing. And probably somebody amongst them has made an effort to tip the DJ to do more. So they do everything with a little bit of strategy. They push to get results. But we are scared of the results. No, the result scares us. Because
We're scared of actually even thinking about big, hairy, audacious goals.
yes, we are scared. So if you don't, like Rihanna said, Ria said, it has to do with a lot of mechanisms. Distribution is a key word. If you don't have the channels to distribute your music to the next level, you can make all the reference in the world and you will not get there. So consciously, we as a nation need to make that effort to build plugs. We sit here, we don't build plugs. You want your music to get to Nigeria. How would it get there? If you don't find somebody on Instagram or somewhere and become a friend and try and let the guy plug you to somebody, how will you get there? Or you don't travel there to try and make it work, how would you get there? So Frankie, we can say all we want to say, but we have to make the move. Then they come to you, you Creative Arts Council, they come to you. They want to plug themselves in the system. As to whether you will receive them or not, That's another thing. Sadiq, they'll come to you. 3 Music, they want to plug themselves into their system.
They blow up messages, emails.
Ghana Music Award, they are here, they are knocking. They are everywhere.
Knocking everywhere.
I was in my house when a certain Mr. Easy called me that I hear that Nanam Pedu is not well and I want to go and visit him. How many Ghanaian
You see that thing I
had
talk
made
about?
that effort?
Little things.
How many
People
Ghanaian
to come and give cakes to
Ghanaian
media
artists?
houses before your big talent started to do it.
How many of us had made that
Little
effort to
things.
find where the old man was? But we leave here.
Look,
He made
I'm
the
sure,
call.
Andy, I'm sure if you talk
And
to
he
the Praise
actually
TV
followed
guys,
up.
if you talk to the Praise TV guys, they will tell you how maybe over the years, how when they push a certain agenda and kept them pushing it, they never got it back. To the point where it's probably even affecting their business. Look, there's a business case to it. At the end of the day, when they are not able to pay the KNet and all of those things, they'll be off air and nobody will give
Of
two
course.
tosses about them.
Of course.
So if it gets to, if they've run for close to 10 years now, 67 years now, if they don't get the love back, look, if Praise TV is doing their things, their events, their activations and all of those things that contributes to their bottom line, do they
Let me
get the
sum up.
support back? They
I'll
don't.
use
But
last-
you'll be
my-
surprised that they'll get it from the Nigerians.
My last case study.
So for a bit, purely on the business case, you'll be willing to open up. These are things that
The Ghanaian artist is scared to try. See, Kobe Spikey is standing here. I can tell you the number of artists Spikey has actually coached on how to get on YouTube,
no, we'll take them on
and they
over.
have never bothered to mind him.
I go buy land for Kaswa.
He has caught me in my presence. He has caught plenty. He plays calls to them. Come and let me show you how it's done. They know will
Take
come.
buy land for Kaswa.
Tell you later.
Right, Hits 103.9. Now, some messages. Let me read them quickly. On Twitter. Let me get on Twitter. Adnana Kweku says, Mr. Logic is just confusing us. Uncle Logic, they're gospel for They don't know, say you be preacher. Gideon Ginimax said, these days, Mr. Logic in submission or tell like Patapasco Patomana. We go listen all, and at the end, why for wire? Is he doing it intentional or is Ria blocking his shine? Me lap on the show, boom. Nana Kweku says, I don't understand anything Mr. Logic is saying. This one no be part of thing. So he should stay in a lane. Make the gospel people do the maola. Ghana make you wake up to support our own. Gideon Ofori says, in whatever you do, if you really want to be heard and get patronized internationally, then you should consider language. We perform Nigerian songs in our churches, but I doubt if they do same out there. Can they even sing in Chi?
They say, but they go learn and sing that one.
No,
Nana Ma brothers.
I saw Dan Hamilton's song Adam that was being sung in churches, and check her Dan Hamilton's
Nigeria,
page. Yeah, it was on Adam.
Wow.
Well, check her page.
Nana Nasko Kweku says, hi Brandy, if Frankie 5 is saying this, so my question is, what is he doing to support as a citizen? He comes here on every Sunday too.
Every Sunday.
At one
Make you follow
real
me.
King Koch says,
Andy, I beg, tell him make you follow me.
eh,
Every Sunday I go give him local content.
that's what's up. I feel like the gospel musicians have forgotten their purpose. They rather chase materialistic things than preaching the gospel through their songs. I'm not downplaying anyone, but this is a criticism from a good gospel lover. Kweku Sparrow one said, Mr. Logic sometimes veers off discussions. I agree with Frankie 5. We are celebrating so-called Ghana Month, but telenovelas all over our TV screens is about we purchase, support, and consume what Ghana. JFax underscore graphic says, Mr. Logic is like those Christians who go to church because of the pastor. If the pastor travels, they won't come to church. Likewise, when Andy Dusty is not around, Mr. Logic won't come to the show. But Mr. Logic makes the show fun to listen, though. It's in the crack round, saying.
I make it just fun. I'm not a funny man, no.
Good.
I'm not a funny man. If you say I make it fun to listen, it's more like I only brings excitement.
But
The education side, for listening, you're not listening. If you're the
But
fun.
education excites people. I do some good. One row said, hey, Lady Ria, who say you know, sir, till 12 noon. Royal Tabil says, please tell Mr. Logic that the Somiha song is that one we like, unlike the Jafro that we don't understand. Producer Osa says, Andy, I'm 100% sure Mr. Logic didn't pay attention to Frankie 5. The discussion is all about music, and so you should stay in the lane. If you get issues elsewhere, please don't confuse the listeners. That's a nice convo, and now you blow your vibes. Pandora Service says, Gemini Orleans was doing mad rap music, and panelists complained he should go commercial for radio time. GH is not ready. They said he brought a commercial one. Why is the commercial album being played? I think we just complain and nothing more. Abeko Spire said, this brings me back to what that I of course said. This is beyond music. I remember NY of Double Fame queried Y Forsyth to play hip-hop videos for free and charge him to play his music. One row comes back to say, Mr. Logic Pa, he ended up saying he didn't make 1 cent. Hey, bad man.
Sometimes it'll be free. Sometimes it'll be free. Even the Nigerian songs. They're reaching out, building networks.
Oji Wangana says, so Mr. Logic has found a way to jab DJ Badash to promote his song. Quite handy. Tell Logic he be boss who has it.
The agenda.
Yeah, agenda
king.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So let's wrap it all up. Frankie, so ending it all, finally find the crack around saying.
The crack around say, Andy, let's begin to have a Ghanaian mindset, first of all.
Right.
We are Ghanaians before any other thing. Indeed, we want to go global, but you need to think global. Yeah? Act like you're a Ghanaian, but think global.
Right.
This is Hitz.